Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. Now here's your host, Courtney Boggs.
Sports Pad Monday. That's right, everybody. It's time for Sooner Sports Pad. I'm your host, Courtney Boggs, alongside my wonderful analysts, Carson and Blakley Durham. And what's that? Courtney here's a woohoo. Who's in our live studio audience today, guys?
We've got some members of the Oklahoma crew and the Ultimate Frisbee team here at OU joining us.
Hey, that's not all. We also have some loyal Sooner fans who came out to support tonight.
And we will also be joined in studio by OU women's basketball players Maddie Manning and Peyton Little. We'll talk to them later on in the show.
And tonight in Faceoff, Carson and I will depict which play of the Sooners offense was the best on Saturday.
And the Oklahoma women's basketball team is loaded with seniors who are determined to win another Big 12 championship and make another deep run in March.
Well, guys, I have two words to describe Saturday's game against Texas Tech. Record-breaking. That's right. It was a gunslinger versus gunslinger shootout with record-breaking performances all over the field, such as most combined yards by two teams with 1,708, most combined passing yards by two teams in a game with 1,279, most yards of total offense by two players, Mayfield and Mahomes, with 1,383, just to name a few. Both teams were absolutely explosive on the offensive side of the ball, driving downfield on almost every possession. Baker Mayfield, Joe Mixon, and Dede Westbrook were the power players of the game for the Sooners, leading OU to a win over Texas Tech, 66-59. And one of those powerhouses met up with our own Carson Williams earlier today to talk about all the feels of being part of such an explosive offensive day. Take a look.
All right.
I thought it was fun. You know, just us going down there scoring and then answering right back with a score, and just pretty much shows which offense is more dominant. You know, we both have very good offenses, but ours withstood theirs.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the past few weeks it's really been the whole Dede Westbrook show, it seems like. But Saturday, you know, Joe Mixon had a fantastic game. What was that like for you guys, just seeing him have such a great game?
I mean, it was great, and it was something special to be a part of. You know, they're going to talk about that game with Joe for the next 30 years down the road, and I'm just happy to say that I was a part of it.
Baker Mayfield's return, obviously, to Lubbock was big. How do you think he played?
He played really well. You know, he embraced the moment. You know, he handled the crowd very well. You know, some of his old teammates, and he led us to a victory.
First 4-0 start in Big 12 play since 2004. Where do you think you guys are right now?
I think we're on the right track. I think we're headed to something big, but at the end of the day, we're not satisfied at where we are.
You guys have Kansas coming up this week. What are you guys really going to, stress during practice?
Most importantly, just routine plays. You know, still going out there and executing our offense, you know, regardless of anything, because at the end of the day, the only thing we can worry about is ourselves. You know, we can't get too carried away what it is that we're doing just because we're on a roll and we're having a few good games. We still have to execute our offense.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yards on yards on yards. We already know that about Saturday, but there are even more impressive statistics from the game. Blakley, can you give us a breakdown of that?
Yes, I will start us off on a high note tonight and talk about the Sooners' unstoppable offense in Saturday's game. Baker Mayfield, Joe Mixon, and Dede Westbrook headlined Saturday night's thrilling 66-point performance. These three created history by becoming OU's first offense with a 500-yard passer, 200-yard rusher, and 200-yard receiver. Here are some more stats. OU's 854 yards of offense was the second most in history. Next, Oklahoma scored 66 points in a football game on Saturday. Back in February, they played Texas Tech. OU played Texas Tech in a basketball game and only scored 63 points. So pretty insane on that one. The average yards per completion was 20.2. That's over 2 first downs. And the average gain per play was 11.2 yards. Finally, Dede Westbrook's 10 touchdowns over the last 4 games is more than 39 other teams have on the season. I could go on and on, but we all saw the score, and we know that it was a dominant offensive performance by the Sooners.
You're right. What a shootout it was.
Yes.
But It wasn't all good. OU's defense hit rock bottom on Saturday. Unfortunately, even Mike Stoops, defensive coordinator, said it himself. He was disappointed. Tech had guys running free all night. Patrick Mahomes set the Texas Tech Big 12 and FBS single game record with 819 total yards of offense, including a record-tying 734 passing yards. The Sooners are now 127th out of 128 teams in pass defense, giving up just over 342 yards per game. OU also allowed Texas Tech to convert 20 of 25 third down attempts and ranks 118th in the country now in third down defense. Mike Stoops is searching for answers right now after that rough defensive performance. The next two games, though, they have Kansas this weekend at home, and then next Thursday they travel to Ames to take on Iowa State. So hopefully a little bit of confidence boosters for those two teams.
Hopefully so, yeah. For sure.
Well, a lot of good, a lot of bad from Saturday, but we did have some pretty outstanding players also. So who are your MVPs for the week, Carson?
I'm going to go with the guy, the quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Career high, 545 passing yards, an Oklahoma record, 7 touchdowns, breaking Landry Jones's record of 6. Mayfield's total also pushed him past Josh Heupel and into 4th place in OU history with 59 for his career. Speaking of Landry Jones, Mayfield was just 9 yards shy of his school record of 554 passing yards.
Wow.
Baker Mayfield's 564 total yards of offense also ranked 2nd in OU history behind his 572 he put up against Tulsa last season. Mayfield averaged, like Blakley said, 20.2 yards per completion and is now 3rd in the nation this season in passing efficiency rating and completion percentage. Oh yeah, by the way, he did all that on the road against his former team in a hostile environment. There were tortillas flying everywhere.
Yes.
So what a performance it was in that kind of environment for Baker Mayfield.
Well, Baker was great, but Joe Mixon has officially proved that he is not a backup quarterback, okay? No slight to Samaje Perine, just all praise for my boy Mixon. Mixon's performance on Saturday was described as a game for the ages by head coach Bob Stoops, and I agree. Mixon had 5 touchdowns on the game. Yes, 5. 3 receiving, 2 rushing. He also had 377 all-purpose yards, setting the FBS record, 263 rushing and 114 receiving. Mixon went into Saturday ranked 6th nationally, averaging 178.7 all-purpose yards, and at halftime he had 198 just at halftime. He has now moved up to 2nd nationally, 1st in the Big 12 with 207 all-purpose yards per game on average. He is also the first player in OU history to rush for 200 yards and have 100 receiving yards in a single game. He was, in one word, sensational. One of the best players on that field Saturday night.
All right, thanks, guys. We're coming up on a break, but don't go anywhere because Faceoff is up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the pad. Let me first start off by saying a very happy birthday to our faculty advisor, Barry Orr. This show would not be possible without him. That being said, it is now time for an exhilarating round of face-off. Carson, Blakley, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, question number 1. I mean, I know you have quite a few to choose from, but what was your favorite play from Saturday's game?
We do have a lot to choose from. Well, with Joe Mixon being my MVP, I'm going to have to pick his 43-yard touchdown. Watch here. 3rd quarter, Mixon left alone in the backfield, and he scoops it in with one hand. That right hand, that left hand never even touches the ball. Look at that. Amazing. I thought it was way too high of a pass, thinking, oh no, he's not going to catch that, but absolutely he did. He goes all the way in, reservations for 6. Great play by the Magic Mixon. That's my new name for him, Magic Mixon.
Magic Mixon, I like it. Anyway, D.D. Westbrook has been on a tear
Yes.
the past couple of games.
He has.
Thanks in large part to his speed and his route running.
Right.
But check this out. Here we go. Second drive for the Sooners. Baker Mayfield throws a dime to D.D. Westbrook. It was incredible. He hit him perfectly in stride. Look at him get past the cornerback right there. Hits him in the middle of the end zone. It was amazing. It looked like Baker Mayfield just put that in a cannon and sent it away, and he couldn't have placed it in a better spot.
Love it.
All right, I'm here with Dan from Oklahoma Crew, and he has an audience question for you.
Which former Sooner do you think has the best chance of going to the Super Bowl this year?
Well, Dan, this is my favorite face-off question we've ever had because I get to talk about my favorite football player ever, Sam Bradford, folks. Sam Bradford and the Minnesota Vikings have a great chance of going to the Super Bowl this year. They have the top-ranked defense in the league. I know they had a rough game on Sunday against the Eagles, but not everybody can be defeated, or undefeated, excuse me. But Sam Bradford is really enjoying his new home in Minnesota. He has thrown only 1 interception in 5 games as the starter for the Vikings and has 1,214 passing yards. I've loved him since I was about 13. I even have a jersey of his autographed in my room. Guys, I love him. So I will be rooting for him all the way to February.
That is so sweet. I could have picked Sam Bradford. I really wanted to. I went to his high school.
Who wouldn't want
PC
to?
North Panthers. Big shout out to you guys back home watching. But I went with Tony Jefferson and Jermaine Gresham.
Okay.
So Arizona has the top defense, or one of the top defenses in the league, and we all know defense wins championships.
the
Tony
Vikings.
Jefferson was exceptional here in Norman. Went undrafted, though, but has worked his way up to become Arizona's most reliable safeties. He has 52 tackles on the year, leads the team, also has a forced fumble and a sack. So the way, just the way he's been able to work up and become, that, anchor on that defense has been incredible. I think Arizona has a shot. They also have a top 10 offense in the league. So
What about a Cardinals-Vikings?
Cardinals-Vikings, that could be it.
Right?
You never know.
All right, time for a little crowd favorite here, viral videos. What do you guys have for today?
Well, mine is a little bit emotional tonight. As most of you may know, the LA Sparks won the WNBA championship last Thursday, and it was a very emotional finish, to say the least. Take a listen to what LA Sparks player Candace Parker had to say.
This is for Pat. This is for Pat.
Parker dedicated that win to the late Pat Summitt, who passed away back in June from Alzheimer's. She was an iconic female basketball coach at the University of Tennessee.
She was one of the best coaches of all time in any sport,
She was.
any level.
Absolutely.
Incredible coach.
That was
So
a
Pat
great
Summitt's good.
tribute to her.
My video, we've all seen those videos of, walk-on athletes getting a scholarship after their, 3 or 4
love
years,
those videos.
Anyway, so here's one from yesterday. Take a look.
The loss of Peyton Allen when he withdrew from school. And as of today, JR is now on full.
That kid just so happens to be one of my best friends from high school, another PC North Panther. So, my friend John Robert Simon, so very proud of you, man. You've been working hard for the past couple years. Looking forward to watching you this last year, except for when you come to OKC and play the Sooners. Don't play too well when you come, all right? They're going to play in OKC.
Oh, okay.
They are playing in OKC.
Both of you pulling on the heartstrings a little bit
I know,
today.
right? We
It's
were
getting
very
kind of emotional.
emotional.
All right, it is time to cast your auditory ballots. Cheer for who you think won. Was it Blakley?
Yeah.
Or was it Carson? Carson!
Not so good for you, my man.
That is the
I'm
second
sorry.
time that has happened to you,
I
Carson.
lost it.
That was
I
rough.
know. I'm sorry.
I don't think
You have
people on
been-
this campus like me.
Your swag has been revoked. All
So
right,
I
I have to
declare
give the
the
winner,
winner.
chicken dinner to Blakley on that one. Don't go too far away, because when we come back, we'll get an insight on the 6 super seniors on the women's basketball team who are ready to take the Big 12. Stay with us.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, Riverwind Resort, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, and OU Medicine.
Welcome back. OU women's basketball has a resume for the ages. But after a recent drought of Big 12 championships over the past handful of years, this year's team is ready to make a change. Sooner Sports Pad's Holden Cruzmark gives us an inside look at how this group of super seniors is ready to regain the legacy.
17 straight NCAA tournament appearances, 3 Final Four trips, 6 Big 12 championships, and 1 Hall of Fame induction. That's the resume of women's basketball head coach Sherry Cole, And with already such an illustrious coaching career, Coach Cole is still witnessing a rare feat this year. Her team features 6 seniors on its roster, enough for an entire starting 5 plus a bench player. It's not every day you can find a team like this, but for Coach Cole, it's the 3rd time in her career she can say so. The other 2 times it happened, her teams went on to win Big 12 titles.
I think this group's special. It's been really fun this off season, and then going into season, early season. Just really having a high standard for what we want our team to be like. This is the last go around for each other.
But it hasn't always been smooth sailing for this group of seniors.
They've gone through a lot together. I think when you go through struggles, and it's hard to sit here and say we've gone through struggles when they've been to the NCAA tournament every year of their career. That's all they know. Won way more games than they've lost. But for them, they have not quite reached the goals that they set for themselves, and so they've had to deal with disappointment.
But it's the struggles they have faced together that they say have made this team even more tight-knit.
We are too close. A lot of us, we can joke around in the locker room, and we'll try to, do pranks and stuff, and we'll try to guess what they'll say, and they'll come in and say exactly what, I bet you should say this. So we know each other a little too well, it can be a good and bad thing, but it's mostly a good thing.
And with 4 all Big 12 academic selections in this senior group, the team isn't just prepared physically, but also mentally.
It's a testimony to our coaches, and it speaks to the type of people we are. Sports requires a lot of your time, and to have the discipline to go do your homework and get those grades, that's a big thing, and it's a big thing for our program.
But don't think for a second this team is content with where they're at.
I think this class can do anything they want to do. I honestly believe that this group is lidless. I think they can do whatever they set their minds to together. They're talented, they have good hearts, they're connected, they work their tails off, they're very disciplined, so I think they can do pretty much whatever they want.
It's been 6 years since OU last hung up a Big 12 championship banner, a drought this team desperately wants to end.
This senior class, we've gone through a lot together. Emotional. We've gone through a lot together, and it would be really special to just be able to hang a banner, up there. And we really want it. We've worked really hard all summer, so.
For this senior-laden squad, sky's the limit as they try to turn making buckets into Big 12 championships. Holden Cruzmark, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thank you, Holden, and a nice 3-pointer. It's now time to get a little personal insight from 2 of the minds of the Super 6 seniors. Give it up for Maddie Manning and Peyton Little.
Thank you guys both for joining us tonight. So first question for you, what are your emotions like going into your last season as a senior?
Oh man, I think emotions are high for everybody. But also there's kind of a peace to our minds. We know we've put in the work. We've gone through the trenches together, and we're confident in the group we have. So we're excited.
Yeah, it's just a feeling of excitement. It's finally season, and I can't believe it's already basketball season time. And we're just really excited. We've worked hard for this moment, and we're going to embrace every opportunity that we get this year.
What's it like to learn from someone like Sherry Cole, obviously a Hall of Famer, just every day? What's it like to learn from her?
Oh, it's amazing. The opportunity to play for Sherry Cole is something that will go on, and we'll realize 20 years from now how special it was. She takes the opportunity. She takes her position as a basketball coach and teaches you things off the court that you'll go on with your whole life.
Yeah, she really just cares about us so much off the court, and how we're gonna grow, and how we're gonna become better in the community, and that's what makes it special about being a part of this program. So.
Well, Courtney has an audience question for you both.
I do. I'm here with Ben, and he has a question for you guys.
As your time as a Sooner, what has been your favorite game?
Favorite game?
I'll probably have to say not last season, season before, Baylor at home. That was a famous Coach Cole fist pump. Yeah, they were ranked, I think, like 3 at the time, so it was a big win for us.
Yeah, that's definitely one for me. If I can't pick the same, probably Texas that same year. They were also ranked number 3 coming in. And who doesn't love beating Texas?
Exactly. Always great to beat them.
Yes.
All right, thanks, guys. We're not done with you yet. We'll be right back. But it's time for another break. Dynamic Duos is up next. Everyone freeze! And everybody clap your hands. We'll be back. Welcome back to Sooner Sports Lab. It's Dynamic Duos time. All right, I asked Maddie a series of questions, Peyton, and now you have to tell me what she said, okay? Question number 1. What is Maddie's go-to crime movie? A, The Notebook, B, Good Will Hunting, C, Marley and Me, or D, 7 Pounds?
I'm gonna go with B.
B, Good Will Hunting? Oh, very nice. All right. Question number 2. What's at the top of Maddie's bucket list? A, hang out with lions in South Africa, B, skydiving, C, Dancing with the Stars, or D, joining the circus?
A. Yes.
Good response there. All right, question number 3. What actors would Maddie want to play her in a movie? A, Sandra Bullock, B, Mila Kunis, C, Angelina Jolie, or D, Melissa McCarthy?
Whoa. That one threw me. I'm gonna say D.
Melissa McCarthy? Oh, no. That's okay. You can pick it up here. Question number 4. What is Maddie's favorite Snapchat filter? A, Flower Child, B, monkeys, C, the smushed face, or D, the deer?
Smushed face.
All right. Hey, 3 out of 4 isn't bad. All right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us.